Man, it's a nice day. Maybe I should go for a ride. But what would I wear? No. Ah, perfect.
Alright, let's be real. If you ride for long enough, you're gonna make mistakes. It'll usually happen so quickly you don't know what's happening and make you feel like an absolute plonk. But today I'm gonna try and save you some of that embarrassment from making these dumb mistakes. From dropping your bike in public to getting stuck at a red light like a total rookie. I wish they just taught us these things in the learner course because I had to learn them the hard way. But nevertheless, here are 5 super common motorcycle mistakes and how to avoid them, coming from personal experience. Make sure you hear number 5 too, because it's a big one. First up, parking fails. It sounds so stupid, but honestly, it still occasionally happens to me today. You're on a ride and find a nice shady spot to park and think, this will be fine, right? Wrong. Always check the surface. Not only where your tires are, but where your stand will go. Avoid mud, grass, soft asphalt, or steep slopes. Remember, your bike is heavy and all of that weight gets put down onto one little spot on the side. If you don't check where the stand is going and it sinks, trust me, it's a bad time. The bike can either fall on top of you or will just be a nightmare to get back onto later. Also, make sure the side stand is all the way down before you go to lean your bike. I make a habit of double kicking it once it's down just to make sure. Because if you don't, say goodbye to your paint job and hello to embarrassment. Right, mistake number 2, and it is bad tire pressure. Tell me, when's the last time you checked yours? I remember going for a longer ride when I was still newer on the road and not having double checked the bike for a while and thinking, what the hell, why does it feel sluggish and heavy? Well, I didn't realize for far too long how big of an impact your tire pressure can have on how your bike feels. Low pressure can make it feel bogged down and vague and really affect the handling of the bike. And if it's too low, you can lose grip when you need it most. Make a habit of checking your tire pressure regularly because trust me, it will make a huge difference to your ride. It'll handle better, stop quicker, and be way safer. You can pretty easily look up your manufacturer's recommended settings for your bike, but if you're running a Ninja 400 just like me, it is 28 at the front, 32 at the back. Alright, mistake number 3, and it's getting stuck at a red light. Do you ever pull up to a red light and it just never changes? Well, I made a whole video around this topic that kind of blew up back in the day, and if you want to see it, I'll leave a link now. But essentially, most traffic lights actually run on electromagnetic sensors laid out in the road that are triggered when vehicles pass over them. You can actually see the line cutouts for these as you're approaching a set of lights on the road. A motorcycle is of course a lot smaller than a car, so you need to be strategic with where you place your bike on the road so that most of your metal is on top of these sensors. They don't actually run on weight like a lot of people think. So put your motorcycle in the right spot and you'll give yourself the best chance to trip the lights and not get stuck waiting like an idiot. Okay, mistake 4 and a personal pet peeve, tailgating. I've been guilty of this in the past, but I seriously can't believe how many riders I see doing this. It's easy to think that because you are faster than most cars on the road that you can stop just as fast. Wrong. Bikes actually need more room to properly brake, as we only have 2 points of contact with the road against a car's 4, and by being too close to the guy in front, you're not giving yourself enough space or even reaction time if they slam on the brakes. I see it on the highway, I see it on twisty mountain roads, and I've seen accidents caused by it. My advice would be to give yourself a 2 to 3 second minimum distance from the vehicle in front of you, and of course always ride defensively. Pretend they're all idiots that could stop instantly at any point. A good way to tell is by using the lines on the road. You want to give yourself the distance of at least 2 to 3 between the car in front. Alright, mistake number 5, and this is an important one. It's what I call the get away with it syndrome. This isn't a singular mistake. It kind of comes down to a lack of care and bad attitude while out on the road. And I'll be honest, I've been that guy that's ridden down to the gym in only shorts and a t-shirt. But once you realize the importance of safety while riding and proper gear, that'll all change. If you're thinking, I'll just duck down the street, I don't need gear, or that gap looks fine and lane filter at speed, then this relates to you. Every rider thinks they can get away with it, until they don't. Only recently, my brother had to stop and call an ambulance for a rider that came off overtaking him on a rural road. He was wearing only a t-shirt and some Crocs, and he was sent to the hospital with only a broken arm and some road rash, but thankfully nothing more. Always wear the gear and don't rush your decisions. Future self will thank you. With this attitude, you might get away with it a couple of times, but let me tell you, every time you do, you are stacking the odds higher and higher against you. Remember what I said at the start? If you ride long enough, you're gonna mess up. I think that's something we can all come to accept as riders, but the trick isn't about being perfect. It's about stacking those odds in your favor. Every little thing that you get right means more good rides, less drama, and more time doing what we actually love, being out on two wheels. Now I want to hear from you. Be honest, have you committed any of these common mistakes? Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're there, please do me a favor and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But till next time, stay sharp, ride safe, and I'll see you soon.
Oh my God! Oh my God!